What if the world you experience isn't quite the same as the one I do? A perplexing question, isn't it? It's a question that delves into the heart of our perception of reality. Reality, as we know it, is not an external entity, but an internal construct shaped by our physical senses. Each one of us is experiencing reality, but each in our own unique way. This is not merely a philosophical musing, it is a scientific fact backed by numerous studies and research. Consider our sense of sight, the primary way we navigate the world. Light reflects off objects and enters our eyes, where it is converted into electrical signals. These signals travel to our brain, which interprets them and produces what we perceive as vision. But this process is not uniform for everyone. Factors such as eye health, age, and even mood can alter how we perceive colors. A study from the University of Rochester found that our emotions can affect how we perceive colors. Participants who watched a sad film clip were less able to correctly identify colors on the blue-yellow axis. This implies that our emotional state can have a tangible effect on our perception of reality. Now let's think about the sense of touch. Our skin, the largest organ in our body, is a complex network of nerves that sends signals to our brain. A study from the University of Chicago found that we can even feel with parts of our skin not directly in contact with an object. This suggests that our perception is not limited to direct sensory input, but also includes our brain's interpretation of this input. Our sense of smell also plays a key role in our perception of reality. Researchers from the Rockefeller University found that humans can distinguish between 1 trillion different scents. Each scent creates a unique pattern of activity in our brain, which our brain interprets as a specific smell. Our senses of taste and hearing are no different. Each bite of food, each sound we hear, is translated into a unique pattern of electrical activity in our brain. This activity is interpreted by our brain, creating our experience of reality. So what does all this mean? It means that our perception of reality is a complex process that involves our physical senses and our brain's interpretation of the signals those senses send. It means that each of us experiences reality in a unique way, shaped by our individual sensory input and brain activity. But it also means that our perception of reality is a collective construct. When we agree that the sky is blue, we are agreeing to a shared perception of reality. Even though each of us may perceive a slightly different hue of blue, we all agree to the concept of blue. This shared perception helps us navigate the world together, even as we each experience it in our own unique way. In summary, our perception of reality is a complex, multifaceted process. It is shaped by our physical senses, our brain's interpretation of sensory input, and our collective agreement on certain concepts. Each of us experiences reality in a unique way, but we also share a common perception that allows us to navigate the world together. The world we live in is not an external entity, but an internal construct shaped by our physical senses and our brains. And that, my friends, is a fascinating thing to ponder.